after Crawford for some time now. He wants all that smoke, man, at the end of the day. You know, I don't understand how let me just say this. I don't understand how we're saying we want Benavidez and we want Canelo Alvarez. We want Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. Well, Crawford was at 147 at one point. Now he's at 54. However, why can't we get a Crawford and Boots Ennis? You know, when Crawford was undisputed champion, he could have fought against Boots Ennis then. You know, to me, it seems to me that Crawford is being just like Spence was to him. You know, when Crawford moved up to 147, Spence said, get a belt. Crawford got a belt. He's like, okay, what's the excuse now? You know, what you need me to do? Well, you ain't fought anybody. You're hearing the same excuses coming from the Crawford team, you know, the way he did it with Spence, the same thing Spence did to him at the end of the day. Is he ready for a Crawford, Boots Ennis? Yes, he's ready right now for a Terence Crawford. I'm telling you.
Thinks is more likely, and that go up to 154 and fight Crawford, or stay at 147 and continue to collect belts in pursuit of undisputed. What do you prefer?
I'm doing both.
But you only got one choice. Next fight.
Next fight?
If you had to choose between moving up 154 fighting Crawford, or you want to stay at 147 and get the other belts, what would you prefer?
I'm gonna collect the belts and then dispute at 47, and then go to 54.
So that's your preference.
That's my goal. I'm already here. I got one belt already. It's time to collect the rest of them. You know, then 54 right behind it. You know, hopefully, you know, we bang these fights right out. You know, and I'd be 54. You know, about maybe summertime next year. You know, or in the summertime.
Gotcha.
So you talk about going big. Obviously, Crawford is a huge step up in an opponent. Is there any possibility maybe coming back to Philly and doing one of the larger stadiums with Crawford?
Well, that'd be nice. Across the road, you know. Look, just to make it clear, for me, the number one priority is to unify the division, right? Because he's going to move to 54 at some point. But you don't really want to go before you've taken care of business. So we know that, you know, and that's when I said the conversations with His Excellency tonight was, he said, look, do you think Boots will fight Crawford? I said, yeah.
Send a contract.
I said, yeah. Here's what he said.
That
was his reply. Send the contract.
I said, send the contract.
Yeah. So that's for next year, but we're going to fight again in October, November. And I said to His Excellency, maybe if you want, we'll go co-main event on Bivol Beterbiev in October out there, you know? Or we can come back here. But I'll tell you what, you know, I've not thought about that. I mean, him versus Boots at the ballpark, him versus Crawford at the ballpark, fuck me. I mean, this table's about to jump up.
All right, man, you heard what Tim Bradley said. He said that Errol Spence, Terence Crawford is doing the same thing that, Errol Spence did to him by, you know, by Son and Boots, right? It's not the same thing, right? And I always tell y'all this, more so amongst black people individually or as a collective group than everybody outside of it, you know, they always asking us, including us, to do something that they wouldn't do, right? And, oh, you know, Terence Crawford, once you undisputed, you don't owe nobody nothing. You undisputed. I got every belt. What else is there to do? You know, and a lot of things that Tim Bradley's speaking on, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. Jaron Boots Ennis could have been in mandatory as well as Virgil Ortiz in the WBO. His daddy said they just want the belt. Therefore, they could have fought Terence Crawford. They chose to not to be the #1 contender for the WBO. He said no. Virgil Ortiz, another guy. 2 opportunities to fight Bud. They said no. Now let's listen to the audio. The audio that I played of Jaron Boots Ennis. He said, would you rather fight Bud next or get undisputed? He said, I'd rather go for undisputed. That's my goal. Your goal is not to fight Bud then. Your goal is to get undisputed. He said, I got 1 belt. Like, I already got 3 belts. Like, nigga, I ain't got 2 belts. He told me I got 1 belt, and by the summer next year, I have all the belts. Fuck no. You fight once or twice a year if you're lucky. You have been off a year. So listen to what they saying. Even on the press conference, you go to the press conference, and Eddie Hearn say, well, we can make the fight next year. Nobody talks about, when it comes to Crawford, bro, and select other few fighters, Nobody talks about the facts. Turkey Al-Sheikh, after they fought, he told Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis, do y'all want to fight Crawford next? What did Eddie Hearn say? Najee from Cigar Talk brought the Avanesian tweet up, didn't even know what he was talking about. And what they said, oh no, you know, Boots are going to fight October, November. Then, you know, maybe next year we could fight Terence Crawford. Like, nobody hears the fact. It was like the fact that when Errol Spence said that I'm taking the easy route, and everybody tried to act like he didn't hear him say that. He was ducking Crawford and taking the easy route. Y'all ain't hearing Turkey Al-Sheikh say, okay, y'all want to fight next, let's make it happen. He working on the behalf of Terence Crawford. So if Turkey Al-Sheikh willing to put the money up, which he went to Twitter and said, I put the money up for you to fight Jaron, you know, fight Crawford, let's make the fight happen. Oh no, we'll fight next year, and no, we're gonna fight in October, November, and then we'll fight Crawford next year after we get all the belts. Nobody listening to this shit. Like, nobody hearing what they saying. All y'all hearing is, yeah, we want to fight. But y'all not hearing next year. Oh, we want to go for these belts. Like, no way they going to get all 4 belts by the end of next year. By next summer. That mean they next title fight would have, they next fight would have to be for a title. They next fight would have to be for a title. Then they next fight would have, after that would have to be for a title. Then they next fight would have to be for, you would have, come on. So the next 3 fights they had would have to be Barrios, Stayonis, and these guys got to get upgraded, and Brian Norman. How all politics from the company standpoint of view, and also you don't know if a mandatory gonna be ordered or this, that, and the third. So like I continue to say, bro, like they just dog just talking. People just making something there. What's so funny is in Crawford, after he didn't prove undisputed through 2 weight classes, well, Tank ain't got to do shit. He get a hand clap for fight a old ass Lomachenko that he should beat in like 9 or less, right? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, you know, we asked Canelo to fight Benavidez, absolutely. The difference is Benavidez has been the interim title holder for years now. Boots jumped out of the WBO to avoid Terence Crawford. This is what they not saying. They just fucking talking. They just talking. And Tim Bradley going out there being a crash out dummy without having the facts. Have the facts. Do the research. If I can research and work a full-time job, Tim Bradley, you a fucking analyst. Research. It don't take nothing but an X search. It don't take nothing but a Google research. But they go out here talking shit. They always asking just a select few of people to do more, but never the rest of people. That's what I'm saying. They always asking people to do more. Oh man, he should do more. How much more do you want the man to do? Honestly. We doing the same thing Spence did to him. Well, by the time he got the welterweight, he won every belt imaginable. Had 2 lineal titles. Jaron Boots Ennis he took a route to get gifted a belt that he did not deserve. They didn't order a mandatory. They didn't order a purse bid. He ain't said, well, order a purse bid and see if we can come to an agreement and get somebody to put the money up. He ain't try to get nobody to put the money up. These niggas is lying, bruh. That man don't want to fight. Straight up, they asked him. Well, you know, maybe next year, Eddie Hearn is daddy. We're going to get the belts first. Okay, if the goal is to get the belts, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. That's one thing I hate about boxing. These guys will call people out with no reservations to fight them next. They will call people out and not want to fight them next. That makes no sense. If you call me out, let's fight next. So, like I said before, Tim Bradley gonna pop shit and do all this, and now everybody on the Boots bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? No, don't nobody know who the fuck he is. Everybody knew who Crawford was, but then Crawford didn't deserve opportunity. Hell no, I'm the same way. I ain't turning the cheek. I ain't helping the brother out, because the first time you get in trouble, it'll be them brothers that was kicking you down. Them niggas in Philly, They had a lot to say. Well, Crawford won't fight. Well, you know, Spence, Crawford asked for too much money to fight Spence. He really don't want to fight Spence. You know, Spence would destroy him. They were doing all that dick sucking to Spence, right? All that, you know, tarnishing Crawford's name over an amateur fight with Ray Robinson many moons ago. But not one of them ever called out Danny Garcia. Or Danny, you know, Bud pulling Danny Hokard. Or Danny should pass the torch to Jaron Ennis. No, absolutely not. You got to get it from God. If I'm Terence Crawford, you got to get it from God. You got to get it. You better go figure it out, get it from God. I ain't helping none of these niggas out. I'm going to do the same thing to you niggas that they done to me. Fuck all that turn the cheek and making the world a better place. Absolutely not. Get it from God. That's what I'm saying. Get it from God. If you weren't trying to help a brother out back then, don't be on me now. All that shit they were saying, well, you know, Crawford, he ain't fought nobody. You know, he ain't done nothing. Okay, if I ain't fought nobody, I ain't done nothing. What the fuck has he done? What has Jaron Ennis done? Go ask Danny Garcia or go ask God. Go get it from God. One of the two. Because when he was pulling up on Danny Garcia, Bud, punking him, calling him out, not one squeak from a Philly mouse hat, a Philly rat, a Philly cheesesteak, a Philly chicken's cheesesteak, whatever they want to call it, they had nothing to say. They had absolutely nothing to say. They absolutely had nothing to say. If I didn't do enough, if I'm Crawford and I won 2 lineal belts, or WBO lightweight belt, I was the man to beat at the lightweight division, at the junior welterweight division. I cleaned it up, won every belt, became undisputed, was the lineal belt. Had I not done enough to deserve a crack at Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, if I hadn't done enough to deserve a shot at them, what the fuck make you think Jaron Ennis deserve a shot to fight me then? Make it make sense. They always asking select few people to do what they wouldn't do for them. Absolutely not. No sirree, Bob. If they wouldn't do it for you, I won't do it for you. You got to overpay me. And Turkey Al Sheik is saying, I put the bread up. Y'all want to fight? Let's put it in. Oh no, next year we want to get all the belt. They pump faking, bruh. Just like he went on $1 million worth of game running this trap. You know what I'm saying? Running this trap. Tomorrow, I've been calling y'all. Man, shut up, bruh. He still ain't fought nobody. He ain't beat nobody better than Julius Ndongo. He still ain't fought nobody. He still ain't fought nobody. I go in there and beat his ass. What do I get? What do I get other than what Turkey Al Sheik giving me? Like I said, these are the same people that say I won every belt, was the man in 2 weight. They said I didn't do enough. But he done enough? Absolutely not. Eat a dick sideways, I tell them dudes. Because when they making up your mind, they don't like you, it don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you do. When they got it in their mind that they don't like you and you on that list of, I don't like him no matter what he do. How are you? They not at I don't care what they say. I'm not at their mercy to what they want. Flat out. Something like it's smoking or some shit. It's my car. But yeah. I'm not at your mercy, bruh. So that's what people be looking for validation where they never gonna get it from. A lot of people be looking for validation where they never gonna get it from. Think about that for me. A lot of people looking for validation, from parents, from brothers, from coaches, from mentors, from haters. Man, fuck validation, man. Only validation you need, you that nigga in your head. You the man, you the woman in your head. Fuck it. No matter if they thought you was the shit, they ain't gonna tell you. So when they got it made up in your mind, they don't like you. They don't like you. Fuck them. Robin Williams tell what was it? No, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac saying House Party 3. Man, bam. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Check out the Patreon. Peace.